All right, this is developer update 3. This is on The Last Sunshine, and this might be the final developer update for The Last Sunshine. The game's released as of March 22nd, a little over a week ago. We've had some mild success. This is our first major game release, so to speak. We've had positive engagement with the community, people making some content, joining our server. And overall, I would say that even though the sales were kind of lower than we were aiming for, most of the feedback has been pretty positive. So we've had feedback that are like, hey, fix this bug, here's a feature suggestion, and so on. But generally speaking, the feedback's been pretty positive. We have a list of things that we'd like to fix, and we're discussing what we want to do for added content in the future, but we don't want to say anything concrete, but I will give you just some ideas we were discussing. Things like new mini bosses, things like new stars, a third difficulty. We discussed an endless game mode where you just kind of spawn in and enemies attack you until you die. New utility skills. So we don't know what we're going to do exactly yet, but these are all things that we're thinking about. But there's no guarantee that any one of those will get in the game. Postmortem on The Last Sunshine. Pretty straightforward. We were snagged by the most common problems. It basically comes down to we overscoped and the systems we built were too complicated. They were layered and too complicated. So the solution to this is pretty simple. We're working on a new game, and we're going to make sure this systems are much simpler by comparison, because we kind of bogged ourselves down in a lot of problems in The Last Sunshine. Another problem, too, was that we introduced controller support way too late, which was a big mistake. In hindsight, we should have never added controller support. I know that it's a popular thing, but it caused a lot of problems. These mistakes that we made, it cuts out content that you would have had otherwise. So this is a mistake that we made. It's typical, and we're going to try to work to make that better. And as far as the next game's concerned, it's a platformer. We don't have much to share about it at this point. There will be better story this time. So the story in The Last Sunshine was very sparse and abstract. We're going to have narrative and some quests. We want to have NPCs and people you can talk to. It's going to be a little bit more palatable in that regard as far as the narrative is concerned. So that was developer update 3. Thanks for tuning in.